Hello kids, and welcome to March's edition of the Storytelling Sessions by the Jane Goodall Institute right here in Singapore. As always, I'm Safari Sid. Up here we've got Ida. Say hi, Ida. And we have a very special co-host with us today. Today, kids, we have got Rama, and Rama is going to tell us a little bit about herself and her journey with the Jane Goodall Institute.
Hi guys, I'm Rama. I am a student at the School of the Arts and I joined Jane Goodall Institute Singapore only 2 years ago. I can't even remember when I started. I got to know about it from an email that my school sent out, and it talked about how Jane Goodall Institute was looking for storytellers, and when I was even younger I used to do storytelling, so I thought it'd be interesting to do it again. And another reason I joined was that Dr. Jane Goodall has always inspired me a lot, so naturally when I got the email I was like, yes, I will join.
That's brilliant, excellent. And it's been wonderful to have you as a part of the Jane Goodall Institute team. I've been a part of some of the wonderful stories you've told all of us. I recall you did some really interesting work on macaques. Would you like to tell us a little bit about that work that you did, Rama?
Yeah, last year around Chinese New Year, there was a story about a baby monkey who got separated from his family. And yeah, so I wrote an article about it because I thought it was really interesting that the baby monkey, the baby macaque, was able to get back with his family at the same time that families around Singapore were celebrating Chinese New Year together. And I realized that the macaques that are around us are just like us. They need their families, they love their families just like we do. So I thought it was a really cool story that was happening right here in Singapore.
That's wonderful, Rama. Honestly, it's so nice to hear that. And it's so good to hear that some of the things that Dr. Jane Goodall taught us so many years ago is still resonating with audiences like us right now, such as all types of primates, from chimpanzees to the macaques that we have here, even the Raffles-banded langurs living in families. And you'll see even out here how they use tools to eat with, just like how us as human beings use knives and forks and spoons. The young monkeys and primates love to play with each other, and that's how they learn, which is very similar to us as human beings. And it's so great to know that Dr. Jane Goodall, whilst she left at such a young age of 20 years, over 60 years ago, is still inspiring children of all ages and helping them to inspire you to join the institute like the Jane Goodall Institute. So thank you for coming and joining us and being here with us. And from one wonderful story about macaques in Singapore to the next wonderful story about another wonderful creature that we have out here in Singapore, and of course it is the otters, kids. I'm sure you must have seen them out and about in Singapore. Now, if you've been following our series of stories over the last few months, you must be eager to know what Abby Rose's next adventure is going to be. Well, lucky for you all, we have the last story of Abby Rose that we'll be sharing with you this year. And of course, it's told by the amazing author himself, Mr. Neil Humphreys. And a very, very special thank you once again to the Shangri-La Orchard for letting us use this wonderful set for us to film it in. And one of their very many wonderfully themed suites that they have there. So thank you very much to all of you for your contributions. And kids, enjoy the story.
Hello, I'm author Neil Humphreys. And where do you think I am? Isn't this place magnificent? What do you think it's called? It's actually called the Underwater Suite, here at the wonderful Shangri-La Hotel. And it's the perfect setting for my new storybook, Abby Rose and the Magic Suitcase. Telling the otters to leave home was a really big mistake. Would you like to hear the story? Okay, let's get started. Telling the otters to leave home was a really big mistake. Written by me, Neil Humphreys, and illustrated beautifully by Cheng Pui Kun. Here are the main characters. This is Abby Rose. There's her magic suitcase, and that's me. I'm her daddy. But for this book, I need to take on Abby Rose's voice. Here we go. Now, here we go. I will become Abby Rose. My daddy writes really long stories that are nearly as long as his legs. He thinks he has legs like a tiger, but I think his legs are like toothpaste. Show me your toothpaste. And I wouldn't want to brush my teeth with his hairy legs. Would you like to brush teeth with hairy legs? No. My daddy and his toothpaste legs are running into his office. Why are you so busy, Daddy? I ask. And he says, I'm writing a new adventure about smooth-coated otters. Can you do that? Smooth-coated otters. Very good. So I shout, yay! I love smoothies, especially strawberry smoothies. Why are you writing a book about a drink, Daddy? Is he writing a book about a drink? I don't think so. Daddy laughs and shows me a photo of a super furry animal. What do you think it is? What do you think it is? Octopus? No, it's not an octopus. No, not smoothies, he says. Smooth-coated otters. Can you do that? Smooth-coated otters. They live in the wetlands. Where do they live? In the wetlands. I know what wetlands are, I shout. If you sneeze without a tissue, achoo! You'll make the floor all wet, and then you'll have a wetland. Achoo! Get it? A wetland! A wetland! Daddy laughs again. Not quite, Abby Rose. Wetlands are damp and swampy most of the time. Ew, that's disgusting, I say. Can you do that? Ew, that's disgusting. Who'd want to live in the smelly, swampy wetlands? Daddy grins. Smooth-coated otters do. But they must be careful. Sometimes, they get caught in fishing cages. Is that good? No. I put my hands on my hips like a superhero. You do it. Show me your superhero. Very good. And I shout, then I will save them from the fishing cages, Daddy. I will rescue the smooth, otter-coated smoothies. Otter-coated smoothies? Daddy shakes his head. I got the name wrong, didn't I? I say, clearing my throat. Okay. I will save the smooth-coated strawberry. No. The smooth-coated otter. That's it. Yes. The smooth-coated otter. You say it. Correct. Smooth-coated otter. Daddy giggles. Then what is our little secret? The magic suitcase! The magic suitcase! I cry. It's the most magical suitcase on the whole cupboard shelf. I need to stand on my tippiest of tippy toes. Can you do it? Tippy toes, tippy toes, tippy toes. To reach my magic suitcase. Show me your magic suitcase. That's it. It's really special because there are 2 sparkly locks and lots of letters. Can you see them? Can you see? When I turn the letters around and around, I can make the name of the place I want to go. I grab Billy. He is my best friend for hugging, sleeping, and magic suitcase adventures. Come on, Billy, I shout. Let's find the letters for wetlands. Can you do that? Let's spin the letters and say them together. Here we go. W-E-T-L-A-N-D-S. What does that spell? Ocean! Correct! It spells ocean. No, not ocean. Okay, hang on. Clear my ear. One more time. Spell the letters. Here we go. W-E-T-L-A-N-D-S. What does that spell? Underwater sweet. Yes, underwater sweet. Well done. No? All right, last time. Boop, boop. I'm really listening. Let's do it together. W-E-T-L-A-N-D-S. What does that spell? Yes, wetlands. Here we go. The magic suitcase glows. It's time, Billy. It's time, I whisper. Hold my hand and close your eyes. You do it. Hold your friend's hand, mummy's hand, daddy's hand, your brothers or your friends or your cousins or your sisters. Hold hands, hold hands, hold hands. Close your eyes. I can see you peeking. Close your eyes. When we hear the click, we will be in the wetlands. Look at that. Billy and I open our eyes. The wetlands are muddy and watery, and they smell worse than my armpits after a PE lesson. Boo! Billy, I say, why are you so smelly? Did you change your underwear? Did you change your underwear? That's not me, Billy replies. That's the damp wetlands. See, there they are. That's funny. Billy can talk in the wetlands. He never talks at home. It's magic. I march off into the wetlands. My shoes squelch in the mud. My feet splash through the puddles. Can you do that? Squelch and splash. Squelch and splash. You try. Squelch and splash. Squelch and splash. Very good. Remember to look out for fishing cages, nets and traps, I say. Remember that. Fishing cages, nets and traps. Okay, you say it. Fishing cages, nets and traps. One more time. Fishing cages, nets and traps. Billy points behind me. Abbey Rose, he cries. Abbey Rose. Billy, Billy, don't interrupt me when I'm talking about fishing cages, nets, and I fall into a fishing net. That's embarrassing. The soggy mud swallows my whole body. Where am I? Can you see me? Where am I? Can you see me? There I am. The wetlands are eating me, Billy, I cry. The wetlands are eating me. Billy runs over. This is no time to play hide and seek. Where are you? I'm not playing. I'm sinking, I say. I'm sinking. Billy is really clever, but his eyesight is really terrible. When I'm in big trouble, Daddy says I should use my imagination. So I stretch out a muddy arm. Stretch out your arm. Stretch it out. That's it. Stretch it out. I grab my magic suitcase. You see? There, look. Grab your magic suitcase. Stretch out. That's it. and I pull myself to my feet. Yay! I whisper, the wetlands didn't swallow me. Billy turns and screams, "Ah! You're a big brown bear! You're a big brown bear! Ah! Don't hurt me! Please don't hurt me!" "No, Billy, it's me, Abby Rose," I say. "Did you bring any shampoo?" "Wait. Did you hear that squeaking? Did you hear that squeaking?" We splish and splash and splish and splash along the riverbank. Through the grass, we spot a furry animal with really long whiskers and a cute nose. What is it? What is it? Oh, 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 oh. Orangutan? No, it's a octopus. Octopus? No. We found one, Billy. We found one. I whisper. It's an otter-coated smoothie. Otter-coated smoothie. Billy shakes his head. No, Abby Rose, it's a smooth-coated otter. What is it? Smooth-coated otter. And then he shouts, "Otter! An otter! An otter! An otter!" Yes, it is getting hotter and hotter and hotter, I say. I'm sweating. Billy ignores my sweating and points at the river. No, over there, look, look. Wow, there are millions of otters, I shout. Actually, there are 6 otters, Billy says. They eat, sleep, and play together in large families. They are hunting for fish. What a brilliant idea, I reply. They can find the fish and I'll find the chips. Then the otters can have fish and chips. Yes, we'll have fish and chips. Can they do that? I take the deepest breath. You do it. I stretch out my arms. Stretch out your arms. Stretch out your arms. Here we go. And I dive into the river for chips. Can you see? The otters are really funny swimmers. When they duck their heads, they stick their bottoms in the air. Can you do that? Duck your head and stick your bottom in the air. "Excuse me, otters," I say. "Why do you point your bottoms at the sky?" Uh-oh, uh-oh. But the otters are looking at something else. They look really terrified. Show me your terrified face. Oh, very good, very good. An enormous dark shadow floats towards us. It is round and wobbly and spooky and getting closer. "Oh no, Abby Rose," Billy cries. "It's oil! It's oil!" "Oil? That's fantastic! We can use the oil to cook our fish and chips." Can she do that? "No, not that kind of oil. This oil gets stuck in the otter's fur. They won't be able to swim or run or play or breathe. Run, everybody, run!" The otters make me run faster than I run on school sports day, which I think is unfair. Run, boys and girls, run, run, that's it, run, very good. The otters have got 4 legs. I've only got 2. That's not fair, is it? And then the otters dash into a tiny hole covered with leaves and sticks. It's a den, Billy shouts. Let's jump inside. We all squeeze into the small, dark, muddy hole together. Squeeze, squeeze. You squeeze together. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Very good. Can you see? So, who's Den? I ask. Who's Den? Which one is Den? Who's Den? Are you Den? There's a boy in my class called Dennis, but we all call him Den. Which otter is called Den? Which one of you is called Den? No, Abby Rose, Billy says. Den is the name of an otter's home. What's the name of an otter's home? Den. I can't hear you. What's the name of an otter's home? Den. Very good. An otter's home is a den. The otter's home might have a funny name, but it's not much fun being squashed in a den. We cannot move. We cannot eat fish and chips. And I'm starving. And then I spot a much better otter home. It's big and shiny and under a bridge, which means the otters won't get wet when it rains. Is that a better home? What is it? What do you think it is? What do you think it is? Let's see. So, in my loudest voice, I shout, "Come on, otter family, follow me!" I race towards the new home, getting faster and faster. Show me. Very good. I can hear Billy behind me. He sounds really worried. Show me your worried face. Very good. But I ignore him because this home is bigger and stronger and made of metal. This is the perfect place for otters, I say. I crawl into the huge, shiny, new home. And then I hear a loud bang. Big bang made me jump. The door slams shut behind me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Look carefully. Uh-oh. Billy and the otters arrive. Their worried faces look like my daddy's face whenever I fall off my bicycle. "Oh, hello, Den," I say. "Do you like this otter home?" "His name isn't Den," Billy says. "That's the name of an otter's home. And this isn't an otter's home. This is a fishing cage." Oh no. Listen to that noise. Shh. I hear a scary whooshing sound. Can you do that? Whooshing sound. One more time. Whooshing sound. Billy and the otters turn their heads. "Oh no, it's the river, Abby Rose. Look, look, it's the river," Billy says. "The water is rising." So I say, "Could someone please turn the taps off? Turn the taps off. Turn the taps off." Can you do that? No, it's not a shower. It's a river, says Billy. The water goes up and down all day. We need to get you out now. The water is coming. The water is coming. Let's see what happens. Here we go. The river creeps closer. The water gets higher. My belly starts spinning around and around and around like a washing machine. But Daddy always says that I should wait for an amazing idea to pop into my enormous brain. And And then the otters begin to rub their fur against the soft, sandy floor. Can you see that? They rub. Show me how you rub. Very good. They wriggle. Show me how you wriggle. They rub and wriggle. Let's do it together. Rub and wriggle. Rub and wriggle. Rub and wriggle. That's it. So I say, excuse me, otter family, I am in really big trouble. This is not the time to start dancing. Billy says, they are not dancing. They are rubbing their fur to get clean and dry. The otters flick sand and make tiny holes in the ground. I smile, my really clever smile. Show me your smile. And I shout, I know what to do. Let's say it together. 1, 2, 3. I know what to do. My magic suitcase is going to be an otter. Really? Billy shakes his head and says, Abby Rose, the magic suitcase is not an otter. Billy doesn't understand my brilliant plan. So I push the magic suitcase into the ground and I dig and flick the sand away. Dig and flick the sand away. You do it. Dig and flick the sand away. One more time. Dig and flick the sand away. I dig and I flick until I am sweatier and smellier than Billy's underwear. Oh, it's working, Billy. It's working. Look, it's working, I cry. The magic suitcase is making a hole. Let's do it together. Look carefully. Billy and the otters dig and flick and dig and flick. You do it with me. Dig and flick and dig and flick on the other side. That's it. Until we make a tiny tunnel under the fishing cage. Okay, everyone. Okay, everyone. Here I go, I say. Get ready to catch me. I squeeze into the sandy tunnel and Billy pulls me. So stretch out everybody, like Abby Rose. Stretch out in the tunnel. Hold the magic suitcase and Billy is going to pull you out. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Pull through the tunnel. Yes! Billy pulls me on to the riverbank. Yay! I am free, I say. And I've got loads of sand in my mouth. I really don't think this is a safe home for otters. It's not an otter's home, Billy says. It's a fishing cage. What is it? Yes, it's a fishing cage. Billy is the kindest friend in the whole wetlands. We have one more job to do, he whispers. Are you ready? Are you ready? I can't hear you. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. We use our biggest muscles. Show me your muscles. Wow, those are big muscles. Show me your muscles. And grab the fishing cage together. And we shout together. 1, 2, 3. And lift. No. We have to all do it together. So we're going to lift. Okay, here we go, boys and girls. Hold on to the fishing cage. And we're going to shout together. Are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. And all together, lift, 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 lift. And we flip. the fishing cage upside down. Yay, I say. Now the river is safe for the otter-coated smoothies. Yay! Otter-coated smoothies? Billy frowns. They are called smooth-coated otters. What are they called? Smooth-coated otters. Very good. But they are free to make their own homes now. It's time for us to go home now too. We wave goodbye to our furry friends. Wave goodbye. That's it. Wave goodbye to the smooth-coated otters. Wave goodbye to our furry friends and then grab the magic suitcase. I find the letters to the word home. Let's find them together. Ready? Turn the letters and we'll say the letters together. Here we go. H-O-M-E. And what does that spell? The river. Yes, the river. No? Okay, hang on. One more time. Spin the letters. H-O-M-E. And that spells home. Yes, it spells home. Okay, we hold hands, hold hands, hold hands. That's it. Hold hands. Close our eyes. Close our eyes. Up. No peeking. I can see you peeking. Close your eyes and wait for the click. I open my eyes. I am back in my bedroom. Yay! Daddy's toothpaste legs are beside me. He says, "Why are you all brown and muddy?" So I say, "Well, Daddy, I wanted to dress up like my new friends." "But why are you wearing a jacket?" he says. "Are you cold? Are you cold?" I giggle and say, "No, Daddy, I've got a really smooth coat, just like my friends, the smooth-coated otters." Did you like my story? Yes, I love my story. I loved it when we all worked together to save the smooth-coated otters. And that's what we have to do. We all have to work together to save all of the wonderful animals. Thank you so much for listening to my story, and I hope to see you all again very, very soon. Take care. See you again. Bye-bye. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Wasn't that an amazing story? I wish I had a suitcase. But even though I don't, I get to see otters a lot of times too. I'm sure you've seen otters all around Singapore, but you have to remember that when we do see otters, there are a few things that we need to keep in mind. They're like rules. We can't feed otters. We shouldn't touch them. We shouldn't disturb them. And if they're doing their own family thing over there, we let them do it and we don't disturb them. Because, you know, otters are like our neighbors and we need to be mindful of them so that all of us can live together in Singapore in peace and, yeah, like neighbors, like one big family.
That's a really good point, Rama. Yeah, and I'm sure like yourself and many of you kids out there as well, you would have seen otters about, much like we see many other macaques and other wildlife. We have to remember that we have to let the wildlife remain wild. So always keep our distance from them and let them live out their lives as well. So good observation and great story. Now, from one great story about the otters to the next one. Of course, kids, if you've been following us on many of our recent storytelling sessions, you would have seen some wonderful animations. Now, all these animations have been done by the incredible students at LaSalle College of the Arts. You would have seen stories on otters, on long-tailed macaques, on Raffles banded langurs and slow lorises. And today, the students of LaSalle College of the Arts have worked with us, the Jane Goodall Institute in Singapore, on developing a brand new story for you all. And this is the very first time we're airing it. I haven't seen it either, actually. It's called Groovy, and it's going to be about mangroves. So enjoy the first screening of this animation.
Hi, my name is Rara from LaSalle Animation. These are my teammates Amanda, Jinwon, and Femina. We collaborate with the Jane Goodall Institute of Singapore to produce this video called Groovy the Mangrove. It tells the story of Groovy, a mangrove resident of the Singapore coastal shoreline who does his best every day to protect the earth. Essentially, this video is a shout out to the JJIS program Root and Shoot in order to encourage the younger generation to embrace and give back to the planet. Working as a group during this pandemic time was especially challenging. From brainstorming ideas to developing script, from character development to animating, there are many setbacks along the road, responsibility to fulfill, but this journey has given us many valuable lessons. How to become a better animators, how to hone our skill, and develop ourselves as an individual while being a team player. Throughout the journey, we have learned a lot from our lecturers here at LaSalle. However, we would not get where we are today without the help of JJIS volunteers. The passion and love for the planet, the enthusiasm to teach and spread the knowledge has become our source of inspiration and motivation. We have learned so much from them, and we hope this video would inspire someone like how the JJIS have inspired us. Thank you, and I hope everyone enjoy our video.
This is Groovy, one of 35 mangrove species native to Singapore. Groovy lives with his family in the swamps along the coastal shorelines. Using his prop roots, he gets nutrients from the silt soil. Like other trees, Groovy helps to reduce carbon emissions by absorbing carbon dioxide. Groovy's roots and branches are home to a variety of wildlife, such as the giant mudskipper, crabs, and migratory birds. Every year, his feathery friend Piper, the common sandpiper, visits and regales the mangrove with her adventures. But alas, not everyone has Groovy's best interest at heart. He soon found himself sharing the space not just with his animal friends, but also humans. Groovy saw less of his friends. Even Piper stopped her yearly visitations. Trees were cleared, destroying habitats in the process. Groovy's friends became homeless, while towering concrete buildings took their place. As his home morphed into an unrecognizable landscape, Groovy was faced with a severe problem. Urbanization meant a decrease in silt soil in the water, depriving the young mangrove of nutrients to sustain life. But not everyone is impartial to our mangroves dilemma. There are NGOs led by volunteers working on environment conservation projects. The Roots and Shoots program by the Jane Goodall Institute features student volunteers planting tree saplings in reforestation plots. You too can be part of the movement. The time for action is now.
Mangroves are my favorite place in Singapore. I even wrote a poem about them once. Do you know that there are so many different species of animals in mangroves? I used to think that you had to go to the zoo to see animals, but that's not true. There's crabs, there's birds, there's different types of fish, there's even mudskippers. If you look closely enough, you can even see mudskippers. But the problem is that because Singapore is such a small country and we need to continuously make more land for ourselves, so when we need to make like schools or houses, we take away a bit of the mangroves. And that's a problem because, of course, all these animals, they have nowhere to go after we take away their home. And do you know that mangroves are not only important for those animals, but also for us, because mangroves are the biggest contributors in helping to purify the air that we breathe. So the Roots and Shoots program helps to plant even mangroves, and that's very important to Singapore because mangroves are a big part of our life.
Yeah. Thank you, Rama. That was really informative. Didn't you think so, kids? I didn't know so much about mangroves until you told us that. I mean, it's wonderful that they purify our air so well and that it's got so many animals living amongst the mangroves. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. And it's been wonderful having you here on the show with us today. Well, kids, this brings us to the end of our storytelling session today. We hope you enjoyed the wonderful animation by the students of LaSalle College of the Arts, and we hope you enjoyed Abby Rose's last adventure with us for now. And we have had a wonderful time being here. It's been delightful having Rama with us. Now, kids, remember, we love to have you sending things in. It's been wonderful to see some of the artworks that some of you have shared with us. We've had some wonderful stories and pictures and comments. Now you will see that our email address and our website is here, and you can ask your mummies and daddies to contact us on our email address and website, and you can share anything you have about wildlife or about your life in Singapore with us, whether it's a painting or a photograph or a story you've written. As a matter of fact, we have some very, very special pieces of art that has been shared with us recently. So Iara from Minnesota in the USA. And right here's another one by Adyan that was sent over by him here in Singapore. So kids, remember, we love to see your work and we'd love to feature it on our next storytelling session. Now, mummies and daddies, as you know, the Jane Goodall Institute is a charitable organization. So of course we welcome any donations or contributions from yourselves. We're also available to come and do some of our monkey walks or monkey talks or educational programs for your corporates as well. So please do get in touch with us over our website or over social media. Now, mummies and daddies and children of all ages, as you know very well, as we are built up of many, many volunteers, all of us here are volunteers, not just in front of the screen, but behind the screen as well. Many of our storytellers are also wonderful volunteers of the Jane Goodall Institute right here in Singapore. We welcome all of you to come on board. You could be part of our monkey walks, you could be a monkey guardian with us, you could do our monkey talks, and many, many other citizen science programs that we also get involved with. Just like Rama right here, right? So, you've been a volunteer. Have you enjoyed it?
Yes, I have. I think that if you like storytelling or you like animals or you're also inspired like me by Dr. Jane, then I think you should just join. You know, if you're a kid like me, go for it. You're never too young to make a difference. And even if you don't know what you will do when you come here, just join, because I think it's a pretty good environment for a beginner volunteer also, so you'll just enjoy yourself, so there's nothing for you to lose.
You certainly will, and just like Rama has said, and that we all continue to say, it would be wonderful, wonderful to have you join us. So, thank you very much for joining us this month. From all of us here at the Jane Goodall Institute, a very special thank you to Connell and Ida and Rama for joining us here, and I'm Safari Sid. I'll see you next time.